Wire on Returning, 1977 to 1979. A CD I bought for £6 at Scorpion Records in High Wycombe, which used to be where Sainsbury's now is, and was famously next to a pizza shop called the Leaning Tower of Pizza. I'm not sure if I ever heard the first track on this album at the time, but I know I would have quite liked it. It was recorded live at the Roxy, a club in Covent Garden which hosted most of the early punk bands, and it was a time when I was desperate to hear more of that fast, angry sound, for which the Damned had whetted my appetite. Now it just sounds like a bad recording of some punks in a youth club. Wire released their first major label album towards the end of punk's first rush, and I was not particularly impressed. In fact, I was quite puzzled why it got a lot of critical acclaim at the time. I thought punk records should have an overwhelming amount of guitars, and Pink Flag by Wire just had lots of short songs, all with underwhelmingly distorted guitars, and with clean bass and perfectly audible drums. The guitars do not seem organic, they sound like they are coming from a different time and place. There are a few instances where you can start to hear some choppy post-punk-like rhythms, but the voices consistently use that Johnny Rotten London punk accent that was so popular amongst their contemporaries. I became more interested in Wire when they released a couple of very odd but still almost commercial singles. These songs, The Fly and Dot Dash, were poppy and jerky like early XTC, and they had puzzling structures that made them stick out from the usual verse, chorus and bridge structures that even the punks seemed to be slaves to. I heard the song Outdoor Miner, which I loved. It has harmony vocals that sounded a bit like Don't Fear the Reaper, and it has a great tune which was quite catchy. I can't remember if it was a hit or not, but it got a lot of radio play. After that, Wire dropped off my radar till one day I found Pink Flag in the library, but I still did not get it. When I found this compilation in Scorpion Records for only £6, and I knew it had the 3 tracks I like, I decided to give them another go. Apart from the first track, the CD covers their first 3 albums. The second and third albums see them abandon the simple distorted guitars and Johnny Rotten vocal stylings. The guitars are sharper and more forceful and are better placed in the mix. The singing is much more melodic and the drums explore different rhythms. The second 2 albums, 154 and Chairs Missing, are 2 that I look for when I go to record fairs. On Returning, Wire.